Hey, it's Joe, and welcome back to Humanfluence. If you haven't yet come across the works of Manly P. Hall, you're missing out on a treasure trove of esoteric wisdom. Hall, a prolific author and lecturer, delved deeply into the mysteries of life, spirituality, and the human experience. His lectures, books, and manuscripts cover an incredibly wide range of topics, making them a rich resource for anyone interested in exploring the deeper truths of existence. One particularly thought-provoking lecture is titled Fundamental Errors in Modern Occultism and Their Remedy, a manuscript that sharply critiques the state of modern occult practices and offers valuable guidance for those genuinely seeking spiritual wisdom. In this lecture, Hall begins by identifying what he sees as a major flaw in contemporary occultism: the mistaken belief that anyone can easily access spiritual truths without the necessary preparation. He contrasts this with the approach of ancient wisdom traditions, where the attainment of wisdom was a gradual process, guided by a teacher who personally ensured that the student was ready for each new level of understanding. Hall writes, "The temple has thrown open its doors, and that sage and fool alike may enter. Some fools have entered and come out again, raving maniacs and babbling idiots." This stark warning underlines his belief that spiritual knowledge is not something to be taken lightly. It requires careful preparation and a strong foundation. Reflecting on today's spiritual landscape, Hall's words are particularly relevant. In an age where information is easily accessible and where spiritual practices are often commodified, the idea that anyone can delve into profound spiritual teachings without proper grounding can be dangerous. Hall's insistence that the way is for the few who are willing to labor for it, and not for the many who seek it for what it can give them, reminds us that true spiritual growth is a demanding process, not a quick fix for life's challenges. The significance of this caution can't be overstated in today's world. Modern spirituality often markets itself as a fast track to enlightenment, with promises of instant transformation through workshops, retreats, or even online courses. But Hall reminds us that spirituality is not something that can be packaged and sold. It's a deeply personal and rigorous journey that requires time, effort, and most importantly, readiness. His message is clear. Spiritual truths are sacred and powerful, and they should be approached with reverence and preparation. Another critical point Hall makes is about the misconceptions surrounding spiritual renunciation. Many modern seekers believe that by renouncing material possessions, they become more spiritual. However, Hall argues that the real challenge is to renounce not the things themselves, but the attitudes and attachments that material wealth can foster. He writes, "The things that the students must renounce are not worldly possessions, but rather those habits, inclinations, and material traits of character which wealth and luxury is prone to produce." This perspective invites a modern reflection on how spirituality is often misunderstood as a rejection of the material world rather than a transformation of one's inner life and values. This idea that true renunciation is internal rather than external is crucial. In contemporary discussions about minimalism and detachment, the focus is often on giving up physical items or distancing oneself from material wealth. But Hall's insights push us to look deeper, recognizing that the real work lies in letting go of the ego-driven tendencies, such as greed, pride, and the desire for control, that material wealth can exacerbate. It's not about living in poverty or shunning wealth. It's about cultivating an attitude of detachment and using what you have responsibly, with an awareness of the higher principles at play. This critique extends to the modern tendency to commodify spirituality, where complex metaphysical teachings are often reduced to simplistic, feel-good messages that promise quick results. He warns against the dangers of spiritual teachings that promise power and knowledge without the necessary discipline and preparation. He cautions, "No teacher who offers you truth without long years of preparation or promises to take you into the temple until you have made yourself worthy to enter therein is himself a fool and a murderer. For those he takes in will never live to come out again." This stark imagery serves as a powerful reminder that wisdom cannot be rushed or acquired without the appropriate foundation. The consequences of doing so, Hall suggests, can be dire, leading individuals not to enlightenment, but to confusion and destruction. This theme of instant gratification versus long-term growth is pervasive in today's culture. We live in a world that values these quick fixes and immediate results, often at the expense of depth and authenticity. Hall's insistence on the importance of preparation and readiness before accessing spiritual knowledge serves as a counterbalance to this trend, reminding us that the most valuable insights are those earned through patience, dedication, and a sincere desire for growth. Hall also critiques the overall environment of modern metaphysics, where he observes a battle of personalities rather than a pursuit of genuine understanding. He laments that many students get caught up in idolizing their teachers, leading to a spiritual environment more focused on following charismatic leaders than on sincerely seeking wisdom. He writes, "New thought, in the majority of cases, is a battle of personalities. Each little group standing by and swearing by a personality and idolizing a teacher, but few, if any, get the actual kernel out of the problem." Highlighting a timeless issue in spiritual communities where the message can often be overshadowed by the messenger, and where true spiritual growth is hindered by the cult of personality. The critique of personality-driven spirituality is especially relevant in today's age of social media influencers and spiritual celebrities. In many cases, the focus shifts from the teachings themselves to the personas. These words remind us that true wisdom is not about who says it, but about what is being said. It's a call to look beyond the surface, to engage deeply with the teachings, and to ensure that our own spiritual journey is guided by the pursuit of truth rather than the allure of charismatic figures. In essence, Hall's Fundamental Errors in Modern Occultism offers not only a critique of contemporary spiritual practices, but also a roadmap for how to navigate the spiritual path with integrity, discipline, and a genuine commitment to growth. It's a powerful reminder that true spiritual progress is not about seeking easy answers or quick enlightenment, but about engaging in a lifelong process of learning, self-reflection, and inner transformation. Humanfluence out.